Hey guys, right. I'm reviewing these Power Rangers Dino Charge figures today. I'll actually talk about the series as well because I've watched a bit of it. Just so I can, have an idea on what's going on because I've always sort of been a big Power Rangers fan. I've never been to the MorphCons or anything because who's got money for that shiz? But yeah, I've never had the money to really go to those places, but nevertheless, I'm a big Power Rangers fan. I don't care what people think about that. Power Rangers is cool, so you can all go kiss pigs. About the figures, I actually like these. I think they're really good molds and things. The only thing I don't like is you see the way the weapons are all like the same crappy light colour. Like, there's nothing wrong with the actual colour. I actually like that shade of green or yellow, whatever you want to call it. It's a shame, like, there's no actual separate colour, like, the blades are green. Surely they'd be like silver. But yeah, I've seen people paint them, so I might do that. Right, I'm going to talk about the figures individually and go through. If you haven't seen Dino Charge yet, it's a pretty good season of Power Rangers to watch. It's just okay, like SPD or RPM or that kind of thing. I like, nothing to me beats the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I did really like Megaforce as well. This is the thing I like about Megaforce. I thought it was very reminiscent, if you will, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, with Gosei being, the whatever you call it, the Proteage or whatever of Zordon. But yeah, it's a type of poetry basically that Power Rangers work with there. It feels very reminiscent, and I'm trying to remember the name of what it's called. If I can't remember, I'll just go on with the video because I don't want to bore you. But it's basically like parallelism. That's what it is. There's parallelism between Megaforce and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It feels very reminiscent of it, and that in itself is like a type of poetry. Kind of like the Star Wars films. They're very reminiscent of each other. They've got a lot of parallelism in them. I'm a fan of the prequels and the sequels of Star Wars, by the way. I'm just not biased and I'm not a hater. Just like I like all of the Adam West Batman TV shows. The only thing I've never really been massive on is Star Trek. But yeah, back to Power Rangers anyway. Really good season. So this guy is the Blue Ranger of this series, and he's called Coda. Now the thing about Coda is he's a caveman, and I think he got his Energem before the others. He got his Energem before the others, and he's been frozen in a cave for a while, so he's kind of scared of technology and sounds and things, so how he morphs is a bit strange to me. But all around, as a character in the show, he's bloody brilliant. He's got like super caveman strength and things like that. He's a bit dumb, but I actually like him as a character. I think he's really well played out. As for the figure, he looks pretty nice and crisp. Like, I do like, a lot of people say they don't like this shoulder bit on the Dino Charge Power Rangers. I actually think it's quite cool. All around. We'll move on to the Pink Ranger now. Her name is Shelby, and she's the first actual Pink Ranger I've liked, because she's just got that sort of, get up and go do something attitude. Like, she really just stands on her own, really, seeing as there was no Yellow Ranger in this series, but she does a good job. And, there's a lot of good character development in the series. She gets quite a lot herself. So, as for the mould, I think she is very sleek and nice looking. My back door's open there. I didn't mean that to sound weird, by the way. I think she looks really good, like the mould. Like, you get some Power Rangers figures like the old flip heads, and they just all look clunky and boxy, but she actually has, like, the build of a female. And I always like this little, with a female Power Rangers, a skate thing. I think that's pretty cool. Moving on. This guy, this Green Ranger here, is Riley. He was actually my first Dino Charge Ranger I got. And then a blue, and then the other three were on sale, so I snapped them up real quick. Actually, I think the black one was a gift from my girlfriend, and this one was a gift from Andrew, who you'll meet because, spoilers alert, we're going to be doing our Warhammer Fantasy roleplay live and broadcasting, and he's going to have a lot to do with that, so, you know, keep an eye on my videos because we are going to start filming an introduction for that at some point. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. This is Riley. He's a pretty epic character in himself. He's very martial arts influenced. I think you get the feeling he's sort of from somewhere like Ireland, and he just like trains with his weapons. Is probably the most that got away from me. Sorry. He's the most formidable fighter of the group this season, I think. Yeah, he's really cool. He is the embodiment of the raptor. Like, I think it's like, he's a bronchosaurus, she's a triceratops, raptor. I can't remember what dinosaur this guy is. I know it's a herbivore though, and obviously you have your Red Ranger T-Rex, right? So back to Riley, yeah, he's a pretty good character, and a nice figure as well. I like the sort of mould with his helmet, but then I like the moulds of all their helmets this season. Blue Ranger looks like he's got a Mohican going on, the Black Ranger a little bit too, but yeah, I think the Black Rangers there actually is quite reminiscent of the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. Okay, some loser just drove past in his big car and just probably ruined what I said there, but oh well. Yeah, moving on. This guy, this Black Ranger here, is called Chase, and I don't know, it's like they kind of try to pass him off as really vain and like up himself, and like he thinks he's like God's gift to the world or whatever, but he actually, when you watch the series, he is actually just badass. Like, seriously, like, he kills and he kills and he kills, and just like, I've not seen him like in a losing battle yet, except for one funny episode where they're fighting like a monster who decays people's teeth, and Riley and the Black Ranger like have this team up thing where they don't understand each other as far as Rangers go. Is in a team, they don't really work well together, and it's kind of one of those episodes where they have to bond, and yeah, he suffers teethache and really messes up the more sequence because he's moaning, but all around is a really good character. He's got really good character development. Him and Coda were the first out of the five to get their Energems, and it's actually really refreshing and cool to see someone like a Chase, the Black Ranger, in a way he sort of leads the team, which I think's pretty cool. The one thing I don't like about the actual figure itself is, you see like the arms, like the like mesh on the arms, like with the others, they're like a darker shade, and it looks kind of cool, but with him, they've just made it grey, which is, I wish, well, I guess you can't really get another shade of black, but still, like, that was the only thing that I think sets him apart from the others and makes him look less good, but he's actually one of my favourites out of it, not just because of his character. I just, like I said, I really like his helmet, and I really like the design of the Dino Charge Rangers anyway, like, and I keep seeing things everywhere of like this team up where they've got Mighty Morphin, Dino Thunder and Dino Charge. If there's episodes out there, like, we can watch these, I would very much like to know how to go see that, so someone let me know, because I love Power Rangers team-ups. Moving on, finally, the Red Ranger, Tyler. I'm sure I've got all these names right. If I haven't, I'm sorry, but he's like fun-loving, adventurous, like wide-eyed. He's looking for his father who was kidnapped by a monster and all that kind of thing, but he's actually a really cool Red Ranger. Like, I didn't think I was going to like him at first, but he serves really well. Like, he's just all around a good ranger. Like, yeah, it just I like most Red Rangers. There's some I don't really like too much. He's one of my favourite Red Rangers so far of the ones I've seen. Probably behind Carter Grayson, the Lightspeed Rescue Red Ranger. Yeah, you can't beat the original Jason, Mighty Morphin. But I've always liked Tommy as the Red Zeo Ranger. So, and yeah, so that's basically my collection of the Power Rangers Dino Charge figures. If you haven't got these already, and you wanna collect them, I'd say go snap them up soon because they're getting really cheap and they're going off the shelves where I live, and you don't want to not have them. I will be getting the next wave that comes out. Will include the new Rangers from the Supercharge series, or Dino Supercharge, whatever it's called. I will be getting them as well to add them to my collection, so it sort of rounds it off. And that's enough for this video, but at some point I might be filming another video and putting that up online as well, because like I said earlier, spoilers, we're actually going to broadcast our Warhammer roleplay, which is something we've done for many years now, and we've got a nice little twist on this one. Chloe Needham, yeah, you want to look out for that. There's a few surprises. Anyone who's interested in Warhammer, or like any people who like Lord of the Rings who don't know what Warhammer is, you should check that out now. But the main point of the video is just so I can show you how cool all these look together and stuff, because they really do. Like, I am going to do another Power Rangers video with the figures at this point. If you want me to show you any more of the Power Ranger figures, if I've got them, I'll show you them. I have quite a few of the Super Megaforce wave that came out. Surprisingly, I only have 3 of the Super Megaforce Rangers, but I'm trying to get the pink and yellow. They seem to be really hard to find from where I am. But yeah, guys, woo! I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, come back soon.